Hello! As you've probably seen, the new rewards are looking insane, especially the cape. So in this video I'll break down what you should do and what you can improve to hit Demigod in the easiest way in solos. I will split the video into three categories. One being default gear that's centered at newer / more casual players. Two being mid gear that's mainly focused at people who have gear, but they also die from time to time. And 3 being the Bizgear players who stomp lobbies but they're stuck at a certain point of AP points. Before I start, let me address that this video's sole purpose is how you should play if you're aiming for Demigod. I will not be saying that you should team or betray, because I didn't do any of that in the games I will show. Starting off with the basics, the class you play might impact your journey quite a bit, so I made a list of what classes are easy to pick up and climb ranks. If you already have a class in mind, no worries, you can do it on any class. I myself did it on Wizard. There is a big difference what map you play. Goblin Case, for an example, is a well-made map for grinding AP. You don't have to kill many players, and playing passively is really rewarding. The map itself has many statics, which you can even camp. Meanwhile, you can loot in zone and maximize your AP gains. Ice Caverns is in a really funny spot at the moment. The map lacks so much, and yet it has the potential to give you so much AP. I highly suggest learning the map. It might be a bit difficult for newer players because of the amounts of PV in it, but trust me, it's worth it. Ruins is the best map out of all of them by far. The map only has high amounts of PvP on its top layer, and everything below is really chill, so you can farm all you want. What you should be aiming at while starting is to clear as much PV as possible, interact with as many props as you can, that being portals, shrines, chests. At this level, what you should be working on improving is consistent escaping and optimizing your loot paths for the highest min-max in AP. Survivability comes with experience. I suggest trying to play more on the edge of the map, hugging the zone as it closes in on you, while still looting as much as you can. I do not suggest engaging into PvP unless you really need to. Kills don't give much AP, so you're better off clearing a few more mobs and you're at the same as killing a player. The treasure you loot and extract with will be the most important part of it. High rarity trinkets and clothings are the best to loot. As I said before, knowing your map is really important. Here I know that I'm in a safe spot due to the statics around me. The looted gear you put on yourself still counts as adventure points. Even without taking a down portal in the ruins, I still managed to get over 500 AP points. That's really good if you're starting out. With already being a semi-experienced player and having a mid-gear, you can already play up to your potential. Decision making and optimizing your gameplay are the most important parts. On a side note, there is already a really well made video put together by a fellow wizard YouTuber. I would suggest checking it out. Looting the correct trinkets is really important. Here's a list of which ones are the best ones to loot. A few updates ago they added that gear gives also a bit of AP. Remember that only looted gear gives it. With decision making, I mostly mean knowing when to fight and knowing when to run. I almost never give up certain segments of the map just because the loot I can get there is worth killing a player or two. Knowing your limits is a must. I think that finding a viable playstyle for yourself while still being able to kill other players is really good. If you want to improve yourself in a class, I think watching videos from good players is really important. What you should be aiming for with a mid kit is to clear some segments that have better loot than the others and having prioritization over them. I suggest not engaging in PvP fights, but if you have to, make sure you got an advantage over the other player. Now a word about Bizgear players and people who extract almost every game. There isn't much I can add except some minor details that you can improve. Playing for a rank is your main priority and you should stick to that. Do not ego it, do not go for those 1v2s, 1v3s, and only play up to your limits. Just loot up, kill a player or two and extract and you're gonna be Demigod sooner or later. If you maximize your AP gains with looting, PvEing, interactions, and going down in ruins, I think you can reach Demigod in a few days if you're already really good at the game, so I advise just sticking to your gameplay and just going for that AP grind. I think reaching Demigod isn't that hard in solos. It's really simple once you get the basics down and once you know how to play. I suggest, even if it doesn't go your way the first time, the second time, that you keep trying, because at the end of the day you just improved yourself with those deaths. If you found this video helpful and if you enjoyed it, you can always subscribe to see more in the future. This was Tank and I hope you have a wonderful day.